Before history began, survival was a nightmare.
Archaeologists examining these bones discovered nearly 800 bite marks, revealing the first confirmed human shark attack in history.
This burial revealed something thought impossible for Stone Age humans: advanced surgical amputation.
Her fractured skull revealed she wasn't trapped by accident. She was killed, then thrown into the tar. Her fractured skull revealed she wasn't trapped by accident. She was killed, then thrown into the tar. Despite dying in the driest desert on Earth, evidence inside his bones proved he drowned in seawater.
Ancient surgeons drilled into living skulls, sometimes to heal, sometimes to release spirits.
Malnourished, injured, and worked to exhaustion, her bones reveal a life defined by suffering.
From this single hunter's infection, a pathogen would rise to kill over 100 million in the centuries to come.
Evidence of butchering by human tools and human teeth marks a desperate fight for survival.
Perfectly preserved by the desert's dryness, their origins remain one of Asia's great archaeological mysteries. Many bog bodies show ritual execution, sacrifices offered to ancient gods seeking peace or power.
His body was placed gently into the bog, Tez, a peaceful expression masking a ritual execution.
His body was placed gently into the bog, a peaceful expression masking a ritual execution.
Shot in the back and left to freeze death.
This hunter became prey. A single silent ambush from a saber-toothed cat ended his life instantly. Caught beneath a charging herd, this hunter never stood a chance against animals weighing close to a ton each. One wrong step, and the Ice Age swallowed this hunter whole. His remains preserved for millennia.
One wrong step, and the Ice Age swallowed this hunter whole. His remains preserved for millennia.
The cave was already claimed, and the giant bear showed no mercy to the intruder.
Lured by trapped prey, early predators swarmed the tar, turning the ground itself into a deadly trap.
In complete darkness, a single shift of stone sealed his fate, forever trapped beneath the earth. One defensive from a giant deer.
One mistake in identifying nature's food, and survival quickly turns to tragedy.
A misstep in the wrong patch of ground, and the earth itself pulls you under.
A single slip, a weapon meant for prey, became his own fatal blow.
When the fire dimmed, the pack closed in. A lone hunter stood no chance against hungry wolves.
Solid ground was only an illusion, but the lava beneath waited silently for its victims.
One bite, a venom working quietly through the body. Death arrived, without a sound.
When prey fought back, the consequences were catastrophic for early hunters. One step too close to the edge they owned, and a hunt turned into a fatal plunge.
The dire wolf, larger, stronger, and deadlier than modern wolves, hunted in coordinated packs.
Silent and deceptive love. Quicksand claimed any who stepped too carelessly.
Cave hyenas, massive and fearless, hunted anything that entered their territory. A lightning strike, fatal in an instant, left no chance to escape.
One moment the river is calm. The next, a prehistoric crocodile drags its victim below. One moment the river is calm. The next, a prehistoric crocodile drags its victim below.
No sound, no sign, just air,
that kills without warning.
Violence between humans began long before history, and long before writing remembered it.
Woolly rhinos were unpredictable. A single charge could tear through bone.
A trap built to capture prey captured its creator instead.
One moment of weakness, nay, one silent step back, and the hunter becomes the hunted.
A shelter meant to save him became his frozen tomb.
In desperate times, anything could be eaten, but survival sometimes came with a lethal price. A cave is a shelter, unless it already belongs to a stronger predator. Even frightened prey can deliver a single, devastating blow. The brightest animals are sometimes the deadliest. Even a touch could be fatal. Trees provided shelter, tools, fuel, and occasionally, death. Some dangers crawl hands and strike when we are most vulnerable. Silence was its weapon. Speed was its execution.
Heat alone has taken countless lives at Wise, and in prehistory, there was no shade to save you.
A peaceful valley, transformed into a deadly torrent within seconds.
The water that sustained life also attracted death.
A single bite unleashed a silent terror, a disease that turned the mind against itself.
Gunny meant survival, but disturbing the hive could bring swift and painful death.
Some places were already graveyards. Stepping too close meant joining them.
A single mistake.
Even shallow waters concealed hidden weapons, waiting for a careless step.
Even a simple brush against a leaf could trigger a fatal reaction, long before medicine understood why.
When water grows toxic, thirst becomes the deadliest enemy. In total darkness, even the ground beneath you could disappear. He thought the den was empty. He was wrong. The desert is patient, and it buries its victims whole. One wrong move, and the hunter becomes the hunted.
Violence didn't always kill instantly. Sometimes, wounds finished what weapons started.
Violence didn't always kill instantly. Sometimes, wounds finished what weapons started.
Not every death was intentional. Sometimes, survival instincts betrayed their own.
The hunter miscalculated, the wild boar did not.
The earth hid its fury below, waiting for the moment to strike.
Leopards strike without sound and vanish with their prey into darkness.
Exploration call with risks. Below the beauty of caves, destruction waited. The cave claimed those who dared deeper.
Not every predator had claws. Some attacked the brain from the inside.
Not every threat came from nature. Sometimes, the weapon turned on its maker.
Death did not always fall swiftly. Sometimes it followed unseen, hours behind the strike.
Insects ruled the earth long before humans, Babin had, and they defended their dominion fiercely.
A single step forward Nad, and the world beneath him vanished. No roar, no scream, only the slow credas of a millennia.
Long before medicine, even a broken tooth could spell a long, painful death. Long before medicine, even a broken tooth could spell a long, painful death.
One misjudged approach, and thousands of pounds of panic trampled everything in their path.
The sea both nourished and destroyed entire communities in a single moment. Sometimes conflict didn't end with victory, it ended with eradication.
Even pure-looking water could hide a slow, terrible death.
Some predators didn't hunt. Oh, they waited.
The sky itself could turn deadly dim without warning.
Even nature's sweetest gift could carry a fatal sting.
Fiend, but sometimes both fell to their doom.
Sometimes the danger hid inside the meal itself.
Sometimes danger didn't come from the ground, but falling from the sky. Night belonged to those who hunted in numbers.
The lake promised refreshment, but delivered agony. They never saw the danger, because it replaced the air itself.
Violence could come from anywhere, even inside the tribe.
They entered when the sea was calm, but the moon changed everything.
An enemy too small to see, yet too powerful to escape.
Even the strongest could not survive when the world turned barren.
The hearth that gave life could just as easily take it away.
The mountain shifted, and humanity disappeared beneath it.
The mountain shifted, and humanity disappeared beneath it.
Hyenas didn't just kill, they erased the dead. In this world, humans were prey too. What nourished life turned poisonous with time. What nourished life turned poisonous with time. Even air itself could vanish at the roof of the world. Even those who ran couldn't always outrun violence. The earth beneath his feet transformed into a trap from which he could not break free. Trust in animals brought companionship and a terrifying new disease. The hunters weren't always in control of the hunt. One step forward, and the world gave way. Not all killers struck fast. Some fed slowly. Victory didn't always end the violence. Sometimes it began it. The ice that preserved Leifel's resources also preserved its death. Silence wasn't safety, but a day. It was a warning.
Not all fruit was meant for human hands.
Some of humanity's first weapons were used against our own.
Even the smallest ocean creatures could stop a heart in moments.
In wild terrain, the hunted could become the hazard.
Few creatures defend their territory with such unstoppable fury.
One moment of wind, and a lifetime ended. Even small predators can kill when cornered. Some deaths leave bodies untouched, but breath stolen. To cross a giant's path during its season of rage was to invite death. Danger didn't always come with a taste or smell.
Exile often meant death, even when not intended.
Hunting giants meant risking being buried beneath them.
Water shaped empires and extremes, and buried lives.
Even small cliff creatures held surprising power and deadly teeth.
And in the desert, floods were sudden and always deadly.
Conflict often continued even after death.
Once beneath the ice, escape becomes impossible.
In the high mountains, even the sky had predators. Even the dead could still kill. Sometimes the greatest threat came from those closest. Hunger didn't strike at once, Kui. It simply never let go. The age of ice ended slowly and violently. The heavens themselves once struck with the power of legends. Even giants faced their final days. But before extinction, one last hunt.
Some tragedies.
The age of giants closed with blood and silence. No enemy stings like one born Besifu.
Death shaped the land, and the land preserved every story.
Even the first steps toward civilization demanded a price.
In seeking the spirit world, he never returned to his own.
Countless dangers shaped us.